Say DivestNU now!
On Thursday, October 20th, Northeastern University officials and President Joseph Aoun held the annual State of the University address. This year's address was disrupted, however, by members of DivestNU, who interrupted President Aoun's speech to protest the university's investment in fossil fuels. Check out the video here.
Student voices are ignored!
Student voices are ignored!
And you close the conversation on divestment!
And you close the conversation on divestment!
Calling it a retreat from global challenges!
Calling it a retreat from global challenges!
Today you will tell us
Today you will tell us
that Northeastern is a leader in sustainability!
that Northeastern is a leader in sustainability!
While you continue funding climate change!
And defend your ties to ExxonMobil! This is the real state of the university!
Those protesters are members of DivestNU, a coalition of student groups committed to getting the university to fully divest from fossil fuels. In the 2 weeks preceding the State of the University address, student activists camped out on Centennial Common, hoping to get the university administration to meet with them to go over their demands. The senior leadership team eventually agreed to meet with activists on Tuesday, October 18th, but representatives walked away from the meeting ultimately disappointed and resolved to escalate their actions.
So I'm Gabby, I'm from DivestNU, and we're just coming from an action that we had at the State of the University, where we held signs and basically asked the question of Aoun if he was going to stand with students or with the fossil fuel industry. We've been engaged in this campaign for 3 years now, and we've gone through all of the channels with the administration, trying to get them to move forward on this issue, but they recently basically shut us down on that. So we wanted to bring the question to Aoun and basically hold him accountable as well for the state of the university, the real state of the university that we see, which is investing in climate change, investing in ExxonMobil, and not being held accountable to the students.
So we had the plan to disrupt this event before we met with administration this Tuesday, but the meeting with administration, which they gave us because of the threat of disrupting this event, didn't end up in a satisfactory way for us. They basically said the same things that they had said in a meeting the week before, which was that they weren't at all going to consider divesting from our indirect investments in the fossil fuel industry. We let them know via email yesterday that that wasn't sufficient and that we weren't satisfied with the result of that meeting, so they knew we were going to be here. This action, I'm really proud of how many people we were able to turn out. So initially, I think we got up to 69 or 70 yeses. A good number of those people turned up, probably 2/3-ish. So it was just great to have such a large group inside and to be able to hold the floor for as long as we did. I really think people who, see the video afterwards will see that I didn't respond at all to what we had to say, besides saying, a platitude about free speech, which doesn't address the question we asked him, which is, will you side with students or the fossil fuel industry? So I think we've got, this was a huge escalation, but there's definitely more to come.
So Northeastern really prides itself on being an institution focused on pillars of sustainability, health, and security. And as a group, as DivestNU, we feel that climate change is a dire threat to all three of those. And although the university is currently underway in research activities and other activities on campus to engage in issues of sustainability, we haven't yet taken the bold stance of confronting the role of the fossil fuel industry in perpetuating climate change. And currently, from talks with our administration, we know that we have roughly 9% exposure of our $700 million endowment in the fossil fuel industry, which amounts to about $60 million. So when you compare that with the $25 million sustainable investment plan that was announced this summer, it really can't compete with the financial money, with the financial weight that we're bringing behind the fossil fuel industry and the legitimization of their activities in denying climate change and continuing to explore for even more coal, oil, and gas than is possible to burn while maintaining a safe climate.
Northeastern, step up it, the people over profit. Northeastern, step up it, the people over